The game civilization plays. We built a civilization. It was supposed to be built on trust. Yet there's so much greed and hypocrisy in it, it's hard to trust. I've been through a lot of tests with it for trust, but there's so much greed and anger and hypocrisy that it's hard to trust. And everyone acts like they're the power of God online, as though they make no mistakes and that they're perfected. I mean, the companies over and over and over. For instance, I went to the ATM to withdraw some money. I did not get the money. So I called the bank. It took 3 calls of a half an hour waiting to never get the bank. So I went into the bank. I went into the bank and the bank says, well, the problem's with the company that owns the ATM. You need to call them. So I called them. I was going to, but it prompted me to do it again, or earlier, I should say, than I was going to. So I called them, and then the ATM people said, well, no, that's not our problem. That's the bank's problem. And I was like, see, this is just what you corporations do. You pin the client in between you, and you're both not responsible. And the one with the greatest power seems to put the most pressure on a lot of times. And this does not help humanity. And then they look at me like, yeah, you're right, but that's how it is. And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like being in the... So then I'm not sure where this cut off, someone called. There's a predicament between the company blaming the other company and vice versa. In other words, the bank blames the ATM company and the ATM company blames the bank. And they both think they're right. And neither one will look at their disturbance that they created, not like the bank or like the ATM people, but civilizations, laws and rules that money's more important than a person. This is crazy. And then they make money number one. They don't make God number one. This is the illness of civilization. It's deeply set inside of civilization. It was built not on trust. I mean, look at the dollar bill. It said, in God we trust. Well, come on. No, you use dollar as a pressure point of reality for you, for existence, as though that's the only existence there is. That's a false premise. Dollar or money helps to buy things. It helps to, save for the future, give to the future generations. But it's not everything. You can't take it when you go to heaven, can you? You have to give it to people. And if you don't give it to it, then the state takes it and then does what they want with it. So how important is it if you're looking at the soul? It's not as important as you think. It doesn't make you happy. It makes you temporarily happy. Oh, I can buy this, I'm happy. Oh, I can live in this neighborhood so people think better about me. Oh, I'm happy. It's false. These things, these transactions happen, let's say money transaction like this one, and they cause conflict. The key is attitude above mood. I learned that from my teacher. Attitude above mood. I love that one. I've thought about that so many times, and it makes a huge difference. Getting the attitude or the mind above the mood. The moods come from the lower self, and the attitude comes from correct reasoning and discrimination and the higher self. And this is the key if you're going to survive in the concrete jungle that they made. Welcome to the jungle, right? Welcome to the jungle. It's there. It's all over the place, right? And they think the jungle is right. And it's not about right with spirit or God. It's right about who's got the dollar, who's got the bill, who's got the most prestige and power with the dollar. And they're the ones that speak. Higher presidents and stuff like that, like they're better because of some money? No, come on. The one that has scruples in their heart about living natural law, natural love, natural community, natural life source, but knows about what the service is instead of a dilettante or a person that's just making quick decisions about things, what advisors are saying, but one that listens inwardly deep, that knows the inner being a little bit more, that has a foundation within the soul existence with some greater force, the spirit or God or this higher intelligence, so that a new reality is born in civilization. Otherwise, we keep doing the same old thing, expecting new results. And, Einstein says that's crazy, and he's right. It is crazy, except that's how our system operates. Crazy. And then if you say anything about it, they act like you're crazy. They act like you're the one. Oh, you're not doing what we told you to do? Oh, we'll kill you or lock you up. I mean, really? Really? That's civilization. That's just like burning this witch at the stake, a good witch. Just because she doesn't play the boys' game the way the boys want. Patriarchal society. We need patriarchal and matriarchal society, not this dogma. I am the law. I made the rules. You follow them or I kill you. Put you in jail or, we'll humiliate you. I mean, come on. This is an old thing. Can we grow out of it? Do we want to grow out of it? The only way to change it is on a personal level. Start looking at it and starting to understand the self better. Understand what's in the recesses of your own mind. A mind that is unstudied by the self is a life that has not been lived, truly lived. You have to examine yourself inwardly, deeper and deeper, to find out what you're made of. But if you're superficial and you just, drink it away, smoke it away, beat it away, act like it's not there, you don't really know yourself. You're not really investigating why you're here. But you can do that, and you can do it over and over. And if you keep doing it, right, you'll just keep coming back here, and that's okay. You'll keep doing that until you get it. That's why we keep coming back here. Some people know that. Some people have experienced their past lives. Some people have experienced being here before. Some people have experienced past lives and then found out that the people they met in their past life, they meet them in this life. I can tell you 5 stories like that. And they are some stories, I tell you, not a story, but life stories. We all come from the same source, but we made a civilization that is. Wow. It is full of surprises, full of junk, full of nightmares, full of it. It's full of it. And yet we act like it's better than the rest of the world in the United States of America. We're not better. We're the country that does ideation. We're good at ideas. We're probably the best at it. There's other countries that are right like that, but every single country has a piece of the puzzle. You can't say you're the best. You can. And you can fight for it. Well, I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be an American. You can't hear anything else if you're so proud. Pride wells up the system, you go blind. I mean, anyone that has read anything about the Bible knows that, right? Well up with pride. Well, are you shooting down all the military? No. I'm just saying, know your pride in your ride and see if it's getting in the way of your eyeballs seeing things, because it happens a lot. And the person thinks they're the pride. Pride. It's good to have a little bit, but to have an overkill, it don't help nothing. Nothing at all. So the idea of civilization, it cannot change unless we change. We cannot change unless we're more real with ourselves. Unless we're more real with our identification of ourselves. Right? So know yourself, investigate yourself, understand yourself by looking inward. To look inward, you have to find traumas or fixations or hurts from the past in order to really understand yourself. And if you didn't know it, those hurts just keep coming back different ways until you complete them. That's what introspection's all about. If you had an abusive daddy or abusive mommy, and you're still blaming them, you still got time. If you don't like your mommy or your daddy, you got trauma. If you were hurt and your mommy and daddy didn't protect you, you got trauma. Right? So, is anyone going to fix that for you but you? You have to make up your mind. If you don't make up your mind, you can't change. If the shit keeps hitting the fan, you got to clean the shit off the fan to understand what's hitting it. Change is inevitable. You can't change unless you own. Denial is what a lot of people do in the concrete civilization. They're in denial, acting like they're perfected and everything's just fine, which is ignorance about reality, ignorance about changing. So it's all good, but if you don't change, you remain and you crystallize, you harden, you become hardened. This is where you see old people and you think they're hardened. And why are they hardened? Because they're crystallized. Why? Because their mind to their body keeps doing the same thing. When that gets too intense, it makes life boring. So in order to uncrystallize, you gotta know your thoughts. You gotta know what's in your unconscious. You gotta be able to understand why you do what you do. And are you doing it out of pain or pleasure? It's the avoidance of the pain, which is what causes the problem, right? The old saying, no pain, no gain, right? But really, what is it? Change. You got to be able to change. If you don't change, you remain. And if you look at the earth, it's a beautiful example of change. Seed grows in the spring, sprouts, roots. Can't see that, it's below the ground, but you can dig it up and see, oh, there's roots there. That's spring. And then summer, it grows. And then fall, it drops off, changes color, it drops off. Winter, it's barren. Same cycle, year after year after year after year. Oh, do you think that's a clue about consciousness within the human being? Do you think God's trying to show us through creation how to adapt, how to change, how to unfold ourselves better? Just like a flower blossoming, it doesn't just boom overnight, right? It blooms. How, in order for it to bloom, it has to unfold into the stages in which its memory of its previous ancestors did. And then it does unfoldment. And with that unfoldment, it expresses itself to the light, and you can see God in it. You can see beauty in it, which is an aspect of God. So, making a good relationship with yourself on a daily basis, not just that it's about you, but it's about the relationship between the soul and God. There's many aspects of God. It's not just like the word God. A lot of people do a lot of talk about it. But God is truth. God is peace. God is love. God is a nice warm feeling. God is not a computer, that's man-made. But man was made by God. But sometimes man thinks his instruments are better than God made. This is a false premise. That's what civilization's all about. Acting as though it's better than civilization. This is preposterous. Or, excuse me, better than nature. That's preposterous. Nature was here first. We need to respect it. In order to respect it, we got to respect our bodies a little bit more because they're made from nature. By doing this, we enhance consciousness within ourselves about life.